Hey everybody, Chevy here. And so we're going to start right off with part 1, and that is writing your horsemanship story. And you might be wondering, why is a program about grit and revealing your authentic self starting with looking back into the past? And so I'm going to read this little quote here from Dan Millman. And his quote is, "To be authentic literally means to write your own story." So I think this is really fitting and a really good place to start. So there are a couple of exercises in your workbook. And the first one I think is just kind of a fun one to do. And it's your short horsemanship life story, which you're going to write your horsemanship story in 3 or 4 sentences. So the first sentence is going to be your beginning. How did you get involved with horses? Your second sentence is kind of going to be your middle. And then your third sentence is your horsemanship right now. And then if you're feeling extra inspired, then you can write a 4th sentence about what you want the future of your horsemanship to be. So again, it's just kind of a fun exercise just to kind of get you started thinking about what is your horsemanship story. The second exercise in the workbook kind of goes along the same thing. So it's prompts to get you started thinking about different milestones along your journey. So being that this is positive psychology, I want you to think of something positive that happened, or it could be something unexpected that maybe might not have been positive at the time, but that looking back now, you can see that there was a positive outcome from it. So that's the second exercise. And then the third exercise is also looking back again, and this is the me at my best exercise. And this is actually an exercise that I learned in some of my positive psychology courses. And so you're going to write about yourself at your best, and through this story, you're going to identify some of your strengths. So don't worry about it too much right now. Just write down a time that you were at your best. And again, kind of go back, why are we looking backwards? Well, I know that a lot of mental toughness programs really are only focused in the now and in the future. And I think that's a mistake, because you wouldn't be where you are right now without what had happened before. And the second thing is the science of mental contrasting. So when you look back, so if you're where you are now and you're looking back to something that happened before, what that does is it actually activates the part of your brain that looks for options, choices. And so the same thing when you're looking at where you want your future to be and you're contrasting it with where you are now. Your brain is starting to look for options, choices, different paths that you can take to get you to that future point. So we really want to activate this mental contrasting in your brain. And it's a subconscious thing that you're not necessarily going to sit down and think, okay, here are all of the different choices that I have. No, your brain will do it on its own. So you'll see these, it'll just it pops up like, oh, maybe I should try this. So it's because your brain was subconsciously already looking for those things. So that's another reason why it's scientifically proven that we want to look back at our stories. And then the last exercise in the workbook for this part of the course is the my future self. So this is you writing about your horsemanship in 10 years if everything has gone as well as it possibly could have gone. So again, that's when we're going to be writing about the future. Your brain is going to start contrasting where you are now to this future story, and it's going to start looking for ways to make it possible. So if you have any questions about these, if you feel like you want to share any of your stories in the group, please, please, please do so. If you want to share pictures of you with your first horse, I think that'd be really fun if we all could share those. So keep in the group, ask questions. If you don't feel comfortable sharing your question in the group publicly, just send me an email. I'd love to be able to help you out. So have fun with this one. Take some time to sit down, write, be creative, enjoy your stories, and really you're going to discover some of your strengths, and you'll be able to connect some of the things that have happened in your past to where you are now. And it's gonna be fun, but it's also gonna be powerful to help you really connect with that true, genuine, authentic inner horsewoman within. So have fun with it and get gritty. And I hope to see you all sharing some stories and pictures in the group.